So today we will talk about jealousy. So this is one of the interesting emotion. We all know that jealousy makes us unhappy. We also know that we people usually have from a very early age, from a very child, jealousy, and it's not just human but even animals, like dogs, cats, or any sort of animals. They have certain level of jealousy, which is quite interesting to find. So I would like to talk a little bit about the nature and the way jealousy is, and at the same time some of the causes of jealous. Interesting. So based on the foundation that we all need to be happy, all we want is happiness, and suffering and uncomfortable feeling are something that none of us like. So although we don't like uncomfortable feeling, although we don't like to suffer, we still ignore the jealousy within us, and then that is the root of the problem, because if you don't want to be unhappy, if you don't want to be suffering, then you need to remove the causes of those emotions. If you don't like a toxic air, then you need to get rid of the poisonous tree that is right in front of you, which cause this toxic air. So similarly, these sort of negative emotions are what make us unhappy in our life. So if we want happiness in our life, we need to get rid of the emotions, as we mentioned before, greed. It can be anger, jealousy, ego, pride, and all this stuff. So among those, today we are trying to remove by understanding what jealousy is. So jealousy, from Buddhist perspective, this is quite interesting, that suppose a person passed away, suppose somebody passed away, then the mind goes out of the body. So mind take a rebirth, it may take until 49 days. It may take like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or maybe until 49 days. Not more than 49 days. In the 49 days, a person must enter. If a person is supposed to take rebirth as a human, person born again as a human, then in the 49 days, person must enter a mother's womb to born again. So if a person has a karma to become a man, a boy, then person get attached to the mother. If a person is supposed to be a boy, then that spirit, or that consciousness, or the spirit that comes from past life, in the 49 day, before he go into the mother's stomach or a womb, if he's supposed to be a boy, then he get attached to the mother. He see the mother before he go into the mother's womb. So he get attached to the mother and he dislike father. So when he get attached to the mother, he become a boy. If he's supposed to be a girl, then he get attached to the father, and then he become a girl. So that is before the mind enter the mother's womb. The mind sort of, if he's supposed to be a boy, then he get jealous to the father. He get attached to the mother. So even before we are born, before we enter the mother's womb, we come up with certain amount of attachment. We come up with a certain amount of anger towards the father, because they get jealous towards the father. So jealousy is always there, even from the beginning, for general people. So it's not a surprise if you have jealousy. So jealousy, the nature of jealousy is such emotion that create discomfort, that create uneasy feelings within us. When we see certain qualities of others, when we see a threat of losing what you have. So jealous is emotion that make you feel uneasy, that make you feel unbearably suffer, or it gives a pain. But when you see threat to lose what you have, when you see others with some qualities.